I'm now going to cover the topic of how to install a Edison Argos Piccollo, which is a high definition satellite receiver with PVR facilities on it. So I'll just quickly give you an overview of the kit. You have the receiver in the box here, and you also would need a satellite dish. In this case here we have a Freesat or a Sky Zone 2 satellite dish. It will also work with a universal smart 60cm satellite dish or an 8cm dish. So you basically you just need a dish to pick up the signal from the satellite. So the next thing here is I'm just going to open up this box. You can see it comes in a very neat compact box, and it comes with the following. There's the satellite receiver itself. There's a manual which is quite informative, but unfortunately in German. An ongoing problem we've had with our German suppliers is to get documentation in English, and it's because of that we've taken the decision to have very detailed user's manual on the tvtrade.ie website. So we have this here, and we also have a remote control here. Okay, so I'm just going to give a quick overview of how to install this. I'll turn around and give you an overview of the back of the box. We have the satellite input here and also a loop out. The next main feature that we have here is the SCART lead, which will allow you to connect to standard definition televisions. We can have a USB key here, which is one of two uses. The first of which is to allow you to program the box using a USB key, so you can change either the software or update the channel list with it. And the second thing is to allow you to add an external hard drive, which will actually allow you to use the PVR, which is record, rewind and functionality on the Piccollo. There's a HDMI lead, which once again is used to connect to a HD television. We have an RS-232, which used to be a very common way of programming boxes, not so commonly used anymore, simply because it's much slower way of programming a box than using a USB key. And finally we have an on-off switch here as well. So in terms of cables I will actually use to connect this, we have a satellite lead here that's coming from a satellite dish similar to the Sky dish I showed earlier, that's mounted on a wall outside. And we connect this into our connection here, which is the in port. So just connect this in, like this. Okay, and what we can do then as well is we'll get the SCART lead and connect it into the SCART output here, which simply says TV. So connect this in here. That's it. Alternatively, we could have used a HDMI lead. And finally, anyway, we'll just make sure that the on switch is on, and we plug this in here and press the on switch on the wall here. Now I'm simply going to pick up a remote control that I have here that I already have batteries in. Now this box is sold on the TV Trade website in one of two formats. You can get it non-programmed, which will come just with the default German channels, or programmed where it's set up with in the region of about 120 TV channels, including the BBCs, the ITVs, and also the BBC HD and ITV HD. So we can see here our general channel list. So it just comes up automatically anyway, and if we simply page up, we can see the channels that are coming on it. So we can see the main BBC channels are top of the list, including BBC HD. So I mean that's basically it. And there's a further series of videos that come with this. One thing I should have given you an overview at this point as well is on the front of the box there's a lot of functionality here as well. Now some of these buttons here are simply buttons that do the same thing as a remote control, so we have channel change up and down, and also we have a menu button, we have a power button, turn the box on and off, and also we have here a card slot, so you can actually put a card reader in this and use this particular box to read cards. So that's it. So just in terms of possible accessories that you can buy to go along with this particular box, you could buy a SCART lead, which is sold separately on the website, HDMI leads to allow you to connect it to a HD television, and something like this 250 gig hard drive, which will simply click into the back of the box using USB connection, and it will allow you to use the record facilities, and once the hard drive is added. But there's a series of additional videos that go with this box. This box is a sister box of the Edison Combo 2-in-1, which also has DTT. So what you'll find is the software is identical, and nearly all the videos from the Edition Argos Combo 2-in-1 videos are also applicable to the Edition Piccollo. So that's it, an overview from beginning to end on the installation of the Edition Piccollo.